Darling, you send me. I know you send me.
Hi everyone, we are from Group 2. My name is Anita Situmorang, my friend Lausse F, Sitepu, and Rini Lestari. So today in this video, we want to explain about the differences between qualitative and quantitative research. The first explanation will be explained by Lausse, and then me, and the last explanation will be explained by Rini Lestari.
Okay, now I want to tell you about criteria contained in qualitative and quantitative research. The purpose of qualitative. Like a descriptive statement exploring or understanding a specific phenomenon, and describe emerging design with center, ID, data, and analysis method. And also the purpose of quantitative, like declarative statement identifying type of relationship between a set of variables, and relationship could be causal or descriptive. And the second, group study, like data collection method most commonly used in qualitative research are individual or group interview, including focus groups, observation, and document review. They can be used alone or in combination. And quantitative research deals with numerical data or data that can be transformed into number. Qualitative research involves large and randomly selected groups and study very specific variable data in based on precise measurement using ordering, control, and validated data generating. Okay, the third variable, qualitative in variable. A qualitative variable, also called a categorical variable, that are not numerical. It describes data that fits into category. For example, a color like a blue, green, brown, hazel, and these are all qualitative variable as they have no natural order. On the other hand, quantitative variable have a value and they can be added, subtracted, divided, or multiplied. And also quantitative in variable. Quantitative variable are those variables that are measured in terms of number. Some example of quantitative variable like weight and size in the study on the effect of that discussed above. The independent variable was type supplement known strawberry, blueberry, and spins. The fourth type of data collected. In qualitative, the qualitative type of data collected method most commonly used in classified in three broad categories. The first, in-depth interview, the second, observation method, and the last, document review. In quantitative, the quantitative data collection method rely on random sampling and structured data collection instrument and predetermined response category. The five typical quantitative data gathering strategies include like experiment, observing and recording, and obtaining relevant data from management information system, administering For example, face-to-face and telephone interview and questionnaire. And the last form of data collected in quantitative data collection method, like a survey, experiments, observation, content analysis. In the qualitative data collection method, like interview, focus groups, case study, and literature review. Thank you.
The next criteria is type of data analysis. In qualitative, the first stage of analyzing data is data preparation, where the aim is to convert raw data into something meaningful and readable. It includes 3 steps. The first step is data validation. The purpose of data validation is to find out, as far as possible, whether the data collection was done as per the preset standard and without any bias, which includes fraud, screening, and procedure. And the second step is data editing. Typically, large data set includes errors. For example, respondents may fill file incorrectly or skip them accidentally. To make sure that there are no such error, the researchers should conduct basic data check the outliers, and edit the raw research data to identify, clear out any data point that may hamper the accuracy of the result. And the third step is data coding. This is one of the most important steps in data preparation. It refers to grouping and assigning value to response from the survey. After the step, the data is ready for analysis. The two most commonly used quantitative data analysis methods are descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. Typically, descriptive statistics, also known as descriptive analysis, is the first level of analysis. It helps researchers summarize the data and find patterns. A few commonly used descriptive statistics are mean, median, mode, percentage, frequency, and range. Analysis and preparation happened in parallel and include the following steps: getting familiar with the data. Since most qualitative data is just word, the researchers should start by reading the data several times to get familiar with and start looking for basic observation or patterns. The next is objectify and subjectify. The primary aim of a qualitative research is to provide a complete, detailed description of the research topic. It is usually more exploratory in nature. Quantitative research, in other hand, focus more in counting and classifying features and constructing statistical models and figures to explain what is observed. Now, let's see the table. Hypothesis in qualitative is broad, in quantitative is narrow. Description in qualitative whole picture, quantitative focus. Type of research in qualitative is exploratory and quantitative conclusive. The next criteria is role of research. In qualitative, researchers and their biases may be known to participants in the study, and participant characteristics may be known to the researchers. And in quantitative research, and their biases are not known to participants in the study, and participant characteristics are deliberately hidden from the researchers, or double-blind studies. The next criteria is result. Qualitative research chapter. Statistics solution is experienced in assisting graduate students with their qualitative research chapter. From thematization to reliability, we know how to analyze your transcript and report the content analysis finding. In quantitative research chapter, statistics solution provide quantitative research chapter dissertation analysis and consulting that includes confirming the correct analysis, conducting the actual analysis, and the write-up explanation of the finding. The next is scientific method. The scientific method formalizes its observation by taking measurements, analyzing the result, then feeding this finding back into theories of what we know about the world. There are two major kinds of data. quantitative and qualitative. Quantitative data measures an aspect of the real world in quantifiable terms, example, number. And in qualitative data observe the qualities of natural phenomena such as opinion and motivation. For example, opinion about the beauty of a particular human face is qualitative data, while data about the distance of millimeters between various facial features is quantitative.
Okay, here I want to continue the explanation before about the differences between qualitative and quantitative research. Now, I will explain about view of human behavior. View of human behavior in qualitative research is cognition or behavior highly predictable and explainable, determinism, probabilistic cause, and then to identify cause and effect relationship that enable to make probabilistic prediction and generalization. View of human behavior in quantitative research. Human behavior as being fluid, dynamic, and changing over time, any place. Not interested in generalizing. Different groups to contract their different realities and perspective. Reciprocal influence how do they see or understand their words. Most common research objective. The most common research objectives of qualitative study are explore, discover, and construct. Quantitative research. Results from quantitative research are generally stable and applicable to other populations. Most typical goals of research are describe, explain, and predict. Now, focus. Focus in qualitative research, just primarily exploratory research, is used to gain an understanding of underlying reasons, opinions, and motivations. Focus in quantitative research is used to quantify the problem by way of generating numerical data or data that can be transformed into useful statistic. It's used to quantify attitude, opinions, behavior, and other defined variables and generalize results from a larger sample population. Nature of observation. Nature of observation in quantitative research is an objective collection of data which is primarily focused on number and values. Results of quantitative observation are derived using statistical and numerical analysis method. Nature of observation in qualitative research. Observation is a systemic data collection approach. Researchers use all of their senses to examine people in natural setting on naturally occurring situations. And observations of a field setting influence prologue nature of reality. The nature of reality in qualitative research. Qualitative researchers stress the socially constructed nature of reality. They imitate relationship between the researcher and what is studied, and the situational constraints that shaped inquiry. Nature of reality in quantitative research. Reality is objective, out there, and independent of the researcher. Nature of reality in quantitative research. Reality is objective. It's value-free. It must not be influenced in any way by the value of the researcher. Research is based mainly of deductive from of logic and theories. hypotheses are tested in a cause and effect manner. Final report. In qualitative research, a final report write in narrative report in contextual description and direct quotation from research participants. And in quantitative research, the final report is statistical report with correlation, comparisons of means, and statistical significance of findings.
So that's all our explanation about differences between qualitative and quantitative research. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching and thank you for your attention. Bye.